52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms help make America wiser and kinder with antique quotes that have passed the test of time to make humanity great with words of wisdom to encourage, educate and entertain generations for centuries. Get a competitive edge with faster reading skills, alpha cipher puzzles and repetitive easy math to help us all grow wiser and kinder. Team 1 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team Quote 1. Good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. St. Jerome 347 AD 420 AD. Good, better, best and never let it rest is one of the most motivating statements made. It says that we should be in consistency and keep trying till we attain perfection. We should not be satisfied with just the good part of anything but try our best to make it perfect. Team Quote 1.2. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. Booker T. Washington 1856 to 1915. At its core, this quote suggests that the path to personal growth, happiness, and fulfillment isn't solely about self-centered pursuits. Instead, it proposes that one of the most effective ways to elevate oneself is by uplifting and supporting others. Team Quote 1.3. It is never too late to be what you might have been. George Eliot 1819 to 1880. It's a reminder that good things take time and nature is never in a rush. We are never too old to start something new no matter what our age. Team Quote 1.4. He who knows that enough is enough will always have enough. Lao Tzu 601 BC 531 BC. This quote means having contentment and being satisfied with what you have will always keep you happy and satisfied. More often than not, people seek unnecessary additional pleasures while already enjoying many luxuries and being well-to-do. Team Quote 1.5. Write your injuries in dust, your benefits in marble. Benjamin Franklin 1706 to 1790. This aphorism is relevant to the virtue of tranquility. The virtue of tranquility means not to be upset by minor problems or unpreventable mishaps. Writing injuries in the dust and benefits in marble signifies looking at the positive rather than the negative. Team Quote 1.6. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Confucius 551 BC 479 BC. You should have enough perseverance or determination to continue and not give up. If you keep pushing towards your goal, one day you will achieve it. No matter how long it takes or how huge the obstacles you face, don't stop. You will get to where you want to be in life. Everyone faces difficulties along the way. Nothing in this life is easy, but that's why you need to be determined to move on. Team Quote 1.7. Experience is one thing you can't get for nothing. Oscar Wilde 1854 to 1900. This quote means that true experience has a cost, whether it's time, effort, or sometimes even a bit of pain or failure. You can't gain it without putting in something of yourself. Makes you appreciate it more, huh? Team Quote 1.8. Genius begins great works, labor alone finishes them. Joseph Joubert 1754 to 1824. This quote means that while brilliant ideas and flashes of inspiration might kickstart a project, it's the hard work, dedication, and perseverance that actually bring it to completion. Genius might light the spark, but it's the grind that gets the job done. It's a pretty realistic look at how both creativity and effort are essential.
2 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team Quote 2.1. Believe you can and you're halfway there. Theodore Roosevelt 1858 to 1919. Theodore Roosevelt's quote offers a valuable perspective on the role that self-belief plays in achieving our goals. It suggests that when we believe in ourselves and our ability to succeed, we are already halfway towards achieving our objectives. Team Quote 2.2. Good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. St. Jerome 347 AD 420 AD. This quote is all about pushing yourself to achieve excellence. It emphasizes the importance of continuous improvement. Don't settle for good when you can make it better, and don't stop at better when you can achieve best. It's a call to never be complacent. Team Quote 2.3. It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. Frederick Douglass 1818 to 1895. The claim is about where you want to invest your time. If you want to change the world through education, you only have so much energy and resources. He's clearly saying that you should focus on the children. Presumably children are more adaptable and flexible with less baggage. Team Quote 2.4. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Benjamin Franklin, 1706 to 1790. Franklin believed that knowledge is an asset that can never be taken away and can positively impact an individual's life in various ways. It can open doors to new opportunities, improve decision-making, and contribute to personal and professional success. Team Quote 2.5. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Emma Lazarus, 1849 to 1887. The main message of the New Colossus relates to immigrants' hopes and dreams of better lives. The Statue of Liberty stands as a welcoming guide to the huddled masses and those yearning to be free. She is a symbol of peace, comfort, and compassion. Team Quote 2.6. Fortune favors the audacious. Desiderius Erasmus, 1466 to 1536. The phrase, fortune favors, means luck helps. The word, bold, refers to a person or a class of people who is willing to take risks. While luck does not literally help anyone, this phrase means that success comes to those people who are courageous and willing to take risks. Team Quote 2.7. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Marcus Aurelius, 121 AD, 180 AD. This quote boils down to integrity. It's urging you to act ethically and honestly. If something doesn't feel morally right, don't do it. If something isn't true, don't say it. It's a simple yet profound guide for living a principled life. How does this philosophy fit into your world? Team Quote 2.8. The mind is everything. What you think you become. Buddha, 567 BC, 484 BC. There is truth in this statement. If you can control your mind, you can dictate the course of your life. You can either be held captive by your thoughts or set free by them. Whichever one you choose will determine the quality of your life.
Team 3 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team Quote 3.1. Initiative is doing the right thing without being told. Victor Hugo, 1802 to 1885. Initiative means having the willingness and power to do or say something before others. So it is an important part of being a leader and not just a follower. Team Quote 3.2. Friendship multiplies the good of life and divides the evil. Baltasar Gracian, 1601 to 1658. What are the benefits of friendships? Good friends are good for your health. Friends can help you celebrate good times and provide support during bad times. Friends prevent isolation and loneliness and give you a chance to offer needed companionship too. Team Quote 3.3. Good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. Saint Jerome, 347 AD, 420 AD. This quote is all about pushing yourself to achieve excellence. It emphasizes the importance of continuous improvement. Don't settle for good when you can make it better, and don't stop at better when you can achieve best. It's a call to never be complacent. Team Quote 3.4. If you would hit the mark, you must aim a little above it. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, 1807 to 1882. The next part of that quote helps explain it better. Every arrow that flies feels the pull of earth. Team Quote 3.5. What is right to be done cannot be done too soon. Jane Austen, 1775 to 1817. This quote conveys the notion that actions that align with what is morally right or just should be undertaken without delay. It suggests that when we are faced with decisions or responsibilities that are ethically sound, there is a sense of urgency in carrying them out. Team Quote 3.6. Follow your honest convictions and be strong. William Thackeray, 1811 to 1863. It means that you have built your character on solid principles such as loyalty, honesty, truth, having checked out the facts, etc. Things that when you are called to analyze a certain situation or potential action, you can lean on, and these beliefs and convictions will not crumble. Team Quote 3.7. Earnestness is enthusiasm tempered by reason. Blaise Pascal, 1623 to 1662. Earnestness is a quality of sincere interest, belief, or opinion. The earnestness with which you recite your favorite poem might make your English class stop whispering and really listen. Your favorite history teacher's earnestness can be seen in the serious, intense way he talks about the Civil War or Prohibition. Team quote 3.8. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. William James, 1842–1910. These simple yet profound words serve as a powerful reminder that our actions have a tremendous impact on the world around us, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem.
Team 4 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 4.1. Kindness is the sunshine in which virtue grows. Robert G. Ingersoll, 1857–1899. You can win the hearts of even your worst enemy by showing kindness and love to them. Kindness is the tool which has the power and energy to make a big influence on mind and hearts of other people. Team quote 4.2. Goodness is the only investment that never fails. Henry David Thoreau, 1817–1862. If we ponder over this quote, then we may realize that he said it right, because when we act with kindness, generosity, strength, and integrity, it never fails. Team quote 4.3. Independence is happiness. Susan B. Anthony, 1820–1906. It means you're self-reliant, you're able to do things on your own. You have freedom and control over what you're able to do. Students have a sensitive outlook on this, because they're often being told what to do by adults as they're growing up. Team quote 4.4. Good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. Saint Jerome, 347 AD. 420 AD. This quote is all about pushing yourself to achieve excellence. It emphasizes the importance of continuous improvement. Don't settle for good when you can make it better, and don't stop at better when you can achieve best. It's a call to never be complacent. Team quote 4.5. Man arrives as a novice at each age of his life. Nicholas Chamfort, 1741–1794. This quote suggests that at every stage or phase of life, a person starts anew, inexperienced and unfamiliar with what lies ahead. It implies that each age comes with its own set of challenges, lessons, and growth opportunities, regardless of past experiences. It highlights the ongoing process of learning and adapting throughout a lifetime, emphasizing the constant renewal and transformation that take place as individuals navigate through different stages of their lives. Team quote 4.6. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Harriet Tubman, 1822–1913. The essence of the quote, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer," encapsulates a profound truth about the nature of human aspirations and the transformative power of vision. Team quote 4.7. He knows not his own strength that has not met adversity. Ben Jonson, 1572–1637. This quote suggests that you don't truly understand your own capabilities until you've faced challenges. Adversity pushes you to tap into strengths and resources you didn't know you had. It's in the tough times that your true resilience and potential are revealed. Team quote 4.8. Aim for the highest. Andrew Carnegie, 1835–1919. This quote encourages you to set ambitious goals. Don't settle for mediocrity. Instead, reach for the peak of your potential. It's about striving for excellence and not being afraid to dream big.
Team 5 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 5.1. Never cut what you can untie. Joseph Joubert, 1754–1824. Don't sever a relationship that's not meant to be permanently cut off over squabbles and misunderstandings. Team quote 5.2. I may walk slowly, but I never walk backward. Abraham Lincoln, 1806–1865. When Abraham Lincoln said, "I am a slow walker, but I never walk back," he was expressing his commitment to progress and determination. This quote emphasizes Lincoln's steadfastness and perseverance in pursuing his goals. Team quote 5.3. A heart to resolve, a head to contrive, and a hand to execute. Edward Gibbon, 1737–1794. Original quote. In every deed of mischief he had a heart to resolve, a head to contrive, and a hand to execute. Team quote 5.4. Self-development is a higher duty than self-sacrifice. Elizabeth Stanton, 1815–1902. This quote places a greater importance on personal growth over self-sacrifice. While helping others is noble, it shouldn't come at the expense of neglecting your own growth and well-being. Essentially, you can't pour from an empty cup. It's a reminder to prioritize your own development so you can better serve others in the long run. Team quote 5.5. Good, better, best. Never let it rest, till your good is better and your better is best. Saint Jerome 347 AD, 420 AD. This quote is all about pushing yourself to achieve excellence. It emphasizes the importance of continuous improvement. Don't settle for good when you can make it better, and don't stop at better when you can achieve best. It's a call to never be complacent. Team quote 5.6. Honest hearts produce honest actions. Brigham Young 1801 to 1877. This quote means that when your intentions are good and pure, your actions naturally follow suit. It's about the direct link between integrity and behavior. If your heart is honest, your deeds will be too. It's like how being grounded in your values shapes the way you move through the world. Do you see this in your own life? Team quote 5.7. An ounce of action is worth a ton of theory. Ralph Waldo Emerson 1803 to 1882. Between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. While action is not the only test of intelligence, a strong bias towards action is life-changing. Progress depends on it. Knowledge is power, but non-action is a dangerous vice. Team quote 5.8. Little deeds are like little seeds. They grow to flowers or to weeds. Daniel D. Palmer 1845 to 1918. This quote captures the idea that even small actions can have significant consequences over time. Just like planting seeds, little deeds, whether good or bad, will eventually grow and shape our lives. Positive actions can blossom into beautiful outcomes, while negative ones can lead to undesirable results. It's a gentle reminder to be mindful of our everyday actions because they build up over time. What little seeds are you planting in your life?
Team 6 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 6.1. Be the measure great or small, let it be honest in every part. John Bright 1811 to 1889. This quote underscores the importance of integrity, regardless of the scale or significance of the task at hand. Whether you're dealing with something big or small, being truthful and sincere in every aspect is key. It's like saying honesty should be the foundation of everything you do. Have you noticed how this plays out in daily life? Team quote 6.2. Prejudices are the chains forged by ignorance to keep men apart. Marguerite Gardiner 1789 to 1849. This quote suggests that prejudice is born out of ignorance and misunderstanding, and it acts like a chain that divides people. Prejudice, being an unfair and unreasonable opinion formed without knowledge, can create barriers between individuals and groups, preventing unity and understanding. So, essentially, it's saying that the more we educate ourselves and each other, the more we can break these chains and come together. Thoughts? Team quote 6.3. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Mark Twain 1835 to 1910. The rest of the quote. The secret of getting started is breaking your complex, overwhelming tasks into small, manageable tasks, and starting on the first one. Team quote 6.4. There is no harm in repeating a good thing. Plato 428 BC, 348 BC. This quote suggests that doing something good over and over again is always beneficial. If an action is positive and constructive, there's no downside to repeating it, even if it might seem redundant. Consistency in good actions builds strong habits and lasting positive outcomes. Do you agree? Team quote 6.5. Can you imagine what I would do if I could do all I can? Sun Tzu 545 BC, 496 BC. This quote challenges the limitations we often place on ourselves. It speaks to the vast potential within each person and asks us to reflect on what we could achieve if we fully tapped into our abilities and resources. Imagine living without holding back, pursuing dreams without fear or hesitation. It's a powerful thought, isn't it? Team quote 6.6. Good, better, best. Never let it rest, till your good is better and your better is best. Saint Jerome 347 AD, 420 AD. This quote is all about pushing yourself to achieve excellence. It emphasizes the importance of continuous improvement. Don't settle for good when you can make it better, and don't stop at better when you can achieve best. It's a call to never be complacent. Team quote 6.7. Common sense is not so common. Voltaire 1694 to 1778. The concept of common sense is a long-standing term based on human experience and people's individual perceptions. Common sense isn't actually common in either sense. It is different from person to person and may not be employed even when many editors could agree on what it is in a particular situation. Team quote 6.8. Knowledge is of no value unless you put it into practice. Anton Chekhov, 1860 to 1904. Chekhov highlights the importance of applying knowledge in practical ways. The true worth of knowledge lies in its application and implementation in our lives, rather than mere accumulation.
Team 7 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 7.1 By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Benjamin Franklin 1706 to 1790. Conversely, if we do prepare, then we are setting ourselves up for success. So, do not take away your chance before it is given by forgetting to prepare for reasonable circumstances. Team quote 7.2 I hear, I know. I see, I remember. I do, I understand. Confucius 551 BC 479 BC. Hearing is not as good as seeing, seeing is not as good as experience, and true learning is only evident when experience produces an action. Team quote 7.3 Simplicity is the glory of expression. Walt Whitman 1819 to 1892. This quote highlights the beauty and power of expressing oneself with clarity and straightforwardness. It suggests that true eloquence and impact come from simple, honest, and unembellished communication. By stripping away unnecessary complexity, we reveal the essence of our message. Team quote 7.4 And though hard be the task, keep a stiff upper lip. Phoebe Cary 1822 to 1871. To maintain one's courage or composure during a time of trouble without giving way to or revealing one's emotions. Team quote 7.5 Faith in oneself is the best and safest course. Michelangelo 1475 to 1564. This quote emphasizes the importance of self-confidence. Believing in yourself is the most reliable and secure path because self-doubt can hinder progress and success. When you trust your abilities and instincts, you're more likely to take bold steps and overcome challenges. It's like having an internal compass that guides you through life's uncertainties. Team quote 7.6 Three things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Buddha 567 BC 484 BC. This quote highlights the inevitability of certain things coming to light. Just as the sun and the moon are always visible in the sky, the truth will always eventually emerge, regardless of attempts to conceal it. It's a reminder of the power and persistence of truth. Team quote 7.7 Good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. St. Jerome 347 AD 420 AD. This quote is all about pushing yourself to achieve excellence. It emphasizes the importance of continuous improvement. Don't settle for good when you can make it better, and don't stop at better when you can achieve best. It's a call to never be complacent. Team quote 7.8 Fortune favors the prepared mind. Louis Pasteur 1822 to 1895. This quote means that luck or success often comes to those who are ready for opportunities when they arise. It underscores the importance of being well prepared and having the knowledge and skills to seize the moment when it presents itself. It's like saying that luck is less about chance and more about being equipped to take advantage of circumstances.
Team 8 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 8.1 It's easier to resist at the beginning than at the end. Leonardo da Vinci 1452 to 1519. This quote speaks to the idea that it's simpler to avoid giving into temptation or stopping a bad habit when you first encounter it. Once you let it take root or develop, it becomes much harder to resist. Like, it's easier to not eating something that smells and looks delicious than after you taste how delicious it is. Team quote 8.2 'Tis love that makes the world go round, my baby. Charles Dickens 1812 to 1870. This quote highlights the importance and power of love in life. It suggests that love is a fundamental force that drives and sustains the world. It keeps things moving and gives life meaning and joy. It's a tender reminder of how crucial love is to human existence. Sweet sentiment, right? Team quote 8.3 Ignorance is the mother of all evils. François Rabelais 1494 to 1553. This quote suggests that ignorance, or the lack of knowledge and understanding, is the root cause of many negative actions and behaviors. When people act without awareness or insight, it can lead to harmful consequences. It implies that education and knowledge are key to preventing evil and fostering good. Pretty profound, don't you think? Team quote 8.4, toleration is good for all, or it is good for none. Edmund Burke, 1729 to 1797. This quote highlights the universal value of tolerance. If tolerance is practiced only selectively, it loses its essence and effectiveness. True tolerance must be applied consistently to everyone, or it isn't genuine tolerance at all. It's a call for equal treatment and understanding across all boundaries. Team quote 8.5, experience is a good school. But the fees are high. Heinrich Heine, 1797 to 1856. This quote suggests that while experience is a valuable teacher, the lessons often come at a significant cost. It acknowledges that real-life experiences can teach us more than any book or classroom, but these lessons often come with challenges, mistakes, and hardships. The fees are the difficulties we face and the effort we put in. It's a reminder that true learning and growth often require sacrifice. Seen it in your life? Team quote 8.6, light is the task where many share the toil. Homer, 484 BC, 425 BC. This quote from Homer suggests that when people work together, the burden of any task becomes much lighter. The idea is that sharing work and responsibilities can make even the heaviest loads manageable. It's a call for collaboration and teamwork, emphasizing that many hands make light work. Team quote 8.7, in youth we learn, in age we understand. Marie von Ebner-Eschenbach, 1830 to 1916. This quote highlights the difference between knowledge and wisdom. In our youth, we gather information and learn about the world. As we grow older, we gain the context, experience, and insight needed to truly understand what we've learned. It's like saying that the full picture of life reveals itself over time. Do you feel this reflects your journey? Team quote 8.8, good, better, best. Never let it rest, till your good is better and your better is best. Saint Jerome, 347 AD, 420 AD. This quote is all about pushing yourself to achieve excellence. It emphasizes the importance of continuous improvement. Don't settle for good when you can make it better, and don't stop at better when you can achieve best. It's a call to never be complacent.
Team 9 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 9.1, until we are all free, we are none of us free. Emma Lazarus, 1849 to 1887. This quote from Emma Lazarus speaks to the interconnected nature of freedom and justice. It means that true freedom is only achieved when everyone is free. If even one person is oppressed, no one can be truly free because their oppression affects the whole society. It's a powerful call for universal equality and solidarity. Team quote 9.2, the best protection any woman can have is courage. Elizabeth Stanton, 1815 to 1902. This quote from Elizabeth Cady Stanton speaks volumes about the power of inner strength and bravery. It's a reminder that courage is a formidable shield against life's challenges and injustices. For women, and indeed everyone, having the courage to stand up for oneself, face fears, and pursue one's goals is one of the greatest protections you can have. Team quote 9.3, honest people don't hide their deeds. Emily Bronte, 1818 to 1848. This quote means that people with integrity and honesty are transparent in their actions. They don't feel the need to conceal what they do because they have nothing to hide. It's a statement about the natural transparency that comes with living a truthful life. Team quote 9.4, I like to praise and reward loudly, to blame quietly. Catherine 2, 1729 to 1796. This quote from Catherine the Great is about leadership and management. She believed in publicly acknowledging and rewarding good work to motivate and uplift, while addressing mistakes or shortcomings privately to avoid embarrassment and preserve dignity. It's a smart approach to maintaining morale and respect. Team quote 9.5, goals help you overcome short-term problems. Hannah More, 1745 to 1833. This quote from Hannah More emphasizes the practical value of setting goals. Goals provide direction and focus, helping to navigate through immediate challenges and obstacles. By having a clear aim, you're better equipped to address and overcome short-term issues, making progress even in the face of adversity. Goal setting is like creating a roadmap to guide you through life's uncertainties. Makes sense, right? Team quote 9.6, reject hatred without hating. Mary Baker Eddy 1821 to 1910. This quote encourages us to stand against hate and injustice without resorting to hatred ourselves. It's about responding to negativity with compassion, understanding, and strength. Reject the toxic force of hatred without letting it poison your own heart. It's a call to rise above, staying true to values of love and empathy even in the face of adversity. Team quote 9.7. I want you to understand that your first duty is to humanity. Sarah Breedlove, 1867 to 1919. This quote from Sarah Breedlove, better known as Madam C.J. Walker, underscores the fundamental responsibility we have to care for and uplift each other. It emphasizes that our actions should be guided by a sense of duty to the greater good of humanity. It's a powerful reminder that our collective well-being depends on our individual choices to support and protect one another. Team quote 9.8. Instinct is the nose of the mind. Delphine de Girardin, 1804 to 1855. This quote from Delphine de Girardin suggests that instinct is like a sense of direction for the mind. Just as a nose can guide us through sense, our instincts can guide us through decisions and judgments. It speaks to the idea that sometimes our intuitive feelings are powerful tools for understanding and navigating the world. Do you find yourself relying on instinct often?
Team 10 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 10.1. The color of the skin is in no way connected with strength of the mind or intellectual powers. Benjamin Banneker, 1731 to 1806. This quote from Benjamin Banneker speaks to the universal nature of intelligence and capability. It refutes any notion that one's skin color has any bearing on mental strength or intellectual ability. It's a powerful assertion of equality and a rejection of racist ideologies. Team quote 10.2. Cruelty is contagious in uncivilized communities. Harriet Jacobs, 1813 to 1897. This quote from Harriet Jacobs points out that cruelty can spread like a disease in societies that lack civility and moral guidance. When a community tolerates inhumane behavior, it can become normalized and more widespread. It's a call to cultivate compassion and justice to prevent such toxic environments from taking root. Team quote 10.3. Character, not circumstances, makes the man. Booker T. Washington, 1856 to 1915. Booker T. Washington's quote emphasizes the importance of personal integrity and strength over external conditions. It suggests that one's true self is defined by their character, their values, decisions, and actions, rather than the circumstances they find themselves in. It's a powerful reminder that despite challenges or adversities, it's your character that ultimately shapes your destiny. Team quote 10.4. You have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Harriet Tubman, 1822-1913. Harriet Tubman's words are a powerful reminder of the boundless potential within each of us. They underscore the idea that with inner strength, patience, and passion, we're capable of achieving extraordinary things and making a lasting impact on the world. It's a call to harness those qualities and aim high. Team quote 10.5. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Frederick Douglass, 1818 to 1895. Frederick Douglass quote emphasizes that growth and advancement are often born out of adversity. Struggles and challenges push us to evolve, adapt, and improve. Without them, there would be no impetus for change or improvement. It's a powerful reminder that facing difficulties can lead to meaningful progress. How do you see this playing out in your own experiences? Team quote 10.6. Don't sit down and wait for the opportunities to come. Get up and make them. Sarah Breedlove, 1867 to 1919. Sarah Breedlove's words are a rallying cry for proactive ambition. She encourages us to take initiative and create our own opportunities, instead of passively waiting for them to appear. It's about being bold and resourceful, seizing the moment, and making things happen through your actions and determination. What kind of opportunities are you looking to create in your life? Team Quote 10.7. All generalizations are dangerous, even this one. Alexander Dumas, 1802 to 1870. Dumas' quote is a clever nod to the inherent contradiction in making sweeping statements. It highlights that generalizations often overlook the nuances and complexities of reality, leading to misconceptions or errors in judgment. His self-referential quip adds a layer of wit, suggesting that even the act of cautioning against generalizations can fall into the same trap. Team Quote 10.8. Religion without humanity is very poor human stuff. Sojourner Truth, 1797 to 1883. Sojourner Truth's quote is a profound statement on the essence of true faith. It implies that religion, devoid of compassion and empathy, lacks true value and purpose. The heart of any belief system should be humanity and kindness. Without these elements, it becomes hollow and insignificant. This perspective brings a powerful call for integrity and authenticity in spiritual practices.
Team 11 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team Quote 11.1. A house divided against itself cannot stand. Abraham Lincoln, 1806 to 1865. Lincoln's quote speaks to the importance of unity. It suggests that internal conflict and division can lead to downfall, whether in a nation, a community, or even within oneself. For anything to stand strong and resilient, it must be cohesive and unified. It's a powerful reminder of the strength found in solidarity. Team Quote 11.2. There are times when the greatest change needed is my viewpoint. Denis Diderot, 1713 to 1784. Diderot's quote speaks to the transformative power of perspective. Often, the most significant shift we can make is in how we see things. By changing our viewpoint, we can unlock new understanding and approaches to situations. It's a reminder that growth often starts within us. Ever had a moment where a change in perspective made all the difference? Team Quote 11.3. Resolve, and thou art free. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, 1807 to 1882. Longfellow's quote suggests that having determination and clarity in your decisions and actions can lead to true freedom. When you resolve to take a certain path or hold firm to your beliefs, you liberate yourself from doubts and uncertainties. It's about finding strength in your resolve to navigate life with purpose and conviction. Team Quote 11.4. Freedom is a system based on courage. Charles Pegouy, 1873 to 1914. This quote from Charles Pegouy suggests that true freedom requires bravery. It's not just about having rights or liberties. It's about having the courage to stand up for them and defend them. It implies that freedom thrives in an environment where people are willing to take risks and make sacrifices to protect it. Team Quote 11.5. Suspicion is the cancer of friendship. Petrarch, 1304 to 1374. This quote from Petrarch suggests that suspicion can erode and destroy friendships, much like cancer destroys healthy cells. Once doubt and mistrust creep in, they can grow and damage the bond between friends, making it difficult to maintain a healthy relationship. It emphasizes the importance of trust and openness in maintaining strong, lasting friendships. Ever experienced this dynamic? Team Quote 11.6. Man is only great when he acts from passion. Benjamin Disraeli, 1804 to 1881. Disraeli's quote emphasizes the transformative power of passion in achieving greatness. It suggests that true greatness is achieved when we are driven by our deepest emotions and convictions. Passion fuels our actions with intensity and purpose, pushing us beyond ordinary limits. It's a powerful reminder to pursue what truly excites and inspires us. Team Quote 11.7. Glory is fleeting, but obscurity is forever. Thomas More, 1779 to 1852. Thomas More's quote highlights the transient nature of fame and recognition compared to the enduring nature of obscurity. Glory and fame may last for a moment, but being unknown can persist indefinitely. It's a sobering reflection on the temporary allure of recognition. Makes you think about what truly matters, doesn't it? Team Quote 11.8. Don't count your years, make your years count. George Meredith, 1828 to 1909. This quote from George Meredith encourages us to focus on the quality of our life experiences rather than simply marking the passage of time. It's a reminder to live fully, make meaningful choices, and pursue what brings value and joy to our lives. It's about making each moment count, instead of just counting the moments.
Team 12 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 12.1. A wise man will make more opportunities than he finds. Francis Bacon, 1561, 1626. Francis Bacon's quote suggests that proactive effort and creativity are key to success. Instead of waiting for opportunities to come your way, it's wiser to actively create them. It emphasizes the value of initiative, resourcefulness, and the ability to turn situations to your advantage. It's a powerful mindset for anyone looking to make their mark. Team quote 12.2. A day wasted on others is not wasted on oneself. Charles Dickens, 1812, 1870. Charles Dickens' quote is a beautiful reminder of the value in selflessness. Spending time helping and caring for others enriches our own lives just as much, if not more, than focusing solely on ourselves. It's about finding fulfillment and purpose in giving and connecting with others. Kind of heartwarming, isn't it? Team quote 12.3. Know yourself to improve yourself. Auguste Comte, 1798 to 1857. This quote from Auguste Comte is all about self-awareness as the key to growth. By understanding your strengths, weaknesses, and motivations, you can better navigate life and make meaningful improvements. It's a reminder that self-reflection is essential for personal development. Team quote 12.4. It is best to avoid the beginnings of evil. Henry David Thoreau, 1817 to 1862. Thoreau's quote underscores the importance of nipping potential problems in the bud. By addressing negative behaviors or situations early on, we can prevent them from escalating into more serious issues. It's a call to be vigilant and proactive in maintaining integrity and goodness. Make sense? Team quote 12.5. We hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men and women are created equal. Elizabeth Stanton, 1815 to 1902. Elizabeth Cady Stanton's words are a powerful affirmation of the inherent equality of all human beings. Drawing from the Declaration of Independence, she emphasizes the fundamental truth that everyone, regardless of gender, should be seen as equal in rights and dignity. It's a foundational principle for justice and human rights. Team quote 12.6. I destroy my enemies when I make them my friends. Abraham Lincoln, 1806 to 1865. Lincoln's quote is a profound take on overcoming conflict. By turning enemies into friends, he suggests that reconciliation and understanding can dissolve animosity. It's about building bridges rather than burning them, and transforming opposition into collaboration. Team quote 12.7. Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. Oscar Wilde, 1854 to 1900. Oscar Wilde's quote, always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much, suggests that forgiveness can be a powerful response to adversaries. By forgiving those who have wronged us, we not only rise above the conflict but also leave them disconcerted, as they might expect hostility instead. It highlights the idea that forgiveness can be more irritating to an enemy than retaliation, because it disarms them and undermines their power to provoke a negative reaction. Wilde's wry humor and keen observation of human nature shine through in this quote. By choosing forgiveness, we demonstrate strength and control, while also potentially baffling those who intended to harm us. Does this resonate with you? Team quote 12.8. Justice delayed is justice denied. William E. Gladstone, 1809 to 1898. This quote from William E. Gladstone underscores the importance of timely justice. It means that if justice is not served promptly, it is essentially the same as denying justice altogether. Delays can undermine the effectiveness and fairness of the legal process, leaving wrongs unaddressed. It's a powerful statement on the necessity for efficiency and urgency in matters of justice.
Team 13 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 13.1. Ideas govern the world, or throw it into chaos. Auguste Comte, 1798 to 1857. This quote from Auguste Comte underscores the immense power of ideas. They can shape societies, drive progress, and inspire change. On the flip side, misguided or dangerous ideas can lead to disorder and turmoil. It's a reminder of the responsibility that comes with our thoughts and the impact they can have. Echoes through history, doesn't it? Team quote 13.2. We forge the chains we wear in life. Charles Dickens, 1812-1870. This quote from Charles Dickens suggests that we create our own limitations through our actions, choices, and attitudes. Essentially, the metaphorical chains are the consequences of our decisions. It's a call to take responsibility for our lives and be mindful of how we shape our own reality. Team quote 13.3. A man who does not think for himself does not think at all. Oscar Wilde, 1854-1900. This quote from Oscar Wilde is a bold statement about the importance of independent thought. It suggests that true thinking involves questioning, analyzing, and forming one's own opinions, rather than just accepting what others say. It's a call to exercise critical thinking and intellectual freedom. Makes you want to reflect on your own thoughts and beliefs, doesn't it? Team quote 13.4. Love is blind. Friendship closes its eyes. Nietzsche, 1844-1900. Nietzsche's quote offers a nuanced take on the nature of love and friendship. It suggests that love is often irrational and overlooks flaws, hence blind. Meanwhile, friendship recognizes imperfections but chooses to look past them, consciously deciding to accept and support. It's a thoughtful reflection on the different ways we relate to those we care about. How do you see these dynamics play out in your relationships? Team quote 13.5. The boughs that bear most hang lowest. David Garrick, 1717-1779. Garrick's quote suggests that the most fruitful and valuable individuals are often the most humble and modest. Just as branches laden with fruit hang lower than those without, people with true wisdom, talent, or kindness tend to be more grounded and approachable. It's a beautiful metaphor for humility and grace. Team quote 13.6. Choose a wife rather by your ear than your eye. Thomas Fuller, 1608-1661. Fuller's quote suggests that when choosing a life partner, it's more important to focus on their character and values by your ear, rather than just their physical appearance by your eye. It's a reminder that lasting relationships are built on deeper qualities like kindness, understanding, and shared values rather than surface-level attraction. Team quote 13.7. The bud of victory is always in the truth. Benjamin Harrison, 1833-1901. This quote from Benjamin Harrison suggests that true success and victory are rooted in honesty and integrity. Just as a bud needs the right conditions to bloom into a flower, victory thrives in the fertile ground of truth. It's a reminder that genuine achievements are built on a foundation of honesty. Team quote 13.8. Our lives are universally shortened by our ignorance. Herbert Spencer, 1820-1903. Herbert Spencer's quote underscores the idea that lack of knowledge and understanding can lead to harmful consequences. Ignorance can cause us to make poor choices, miss opportunities, or fail to address critical issues, ultimately impacting the quality and length of our lives. It's a powerful call to seek knowledge and stay informed. Pretty thought-provoking, isn't it?
Team 14 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 14.1. Bravery never goes out of fashion. William Thackeray, 1811-1863. This quote from William Thackeray is a timeless tribute to courage. No matter the era or situation, bravery remains a revered and essential quality. It's a reminder that standing up for what you believe in and facing fears head-on never loses its significance. Doesn't it make you think about acts of courage you've seen or experienced? Team quote 14.2. Don't let schooling interfere with your education. Mark Twain, 1835-1910. Mark Twain's quote is a witty reminder that true learning often extends beyond formal schooling. It's about embracing a broader sense of education that includes life experiences, self-directed learning, and practical knowledge. It encourages curiosity and critical thinking beyond the classroom walls. Team quote 14.3. Remorse, the fatal egg that pleasure laid. William Cooper, 1731-1800. This quote by William Cooper paints a vivid picture of how regret often follows moments of indulgence. It's saying that while pleasure may offer immediate satisfaction, it can also lead to remorse later on. It's a poetic reminder of the potential consequences of giving in to short-term desires. Ever felt this way? Team quote 14.4. The discipline of desire is the background of character. John Locke 1632–1704. John Locke's quote underscores the importance of controlling our desires as a foundational aspect of building a strong character. It suggests that personal discipline, especially over our wants and cravings, is key to shaping who we are. It's a call for self-control and the mindful pursuit of our goals. Makes you reflect on how you manage your own desires, doesn't it? Team quote 14.5. None so deaf as those that will not hear. None so blind as those that will not see. Matthew Henry 1662–1714. This quote by Matthew Henry speaks to the willful ignorance some people choose to embrace. It's saying that the most closed-minded people are those who refuse to listen or see the truth, even when it's right in front of them. It's a poignant reminder of the importance of being open to new ideas and perspectives. Seen this in action around you? Team quote 14.6. Modesty is the only sure bait when you angle for praise. Lord Chesterfield 1694–1773. Lord Chesterfield's quote suggests that genuine modesty is the best way to earn sincere praise. When you don't seek out compliments or boast about your achievements, any praise you do receive is more meaningful and heartfelt. It's about letting your actions speak for themselves rather than fishing for approval. Team quote 14.7. The first man gets the oyster, the second man gets the shell. Andrew Carnegie 1835–1919. Andrew Carnegie's quote emphasizes the advantage of being first. The first person to take action or seize an opportunity often gets the best of it, the oyster, while those who come later get what's left, the shell. It's a nod to the benefits of being proactive and quick to act. Ever felt the difference between being the first to a new opportunity versus coming in later? Team quote 14.8. Insults are the arguments employed by those who are in the wrong. Jean-Jacques Rousseau 1712–1778. Rousseau's quote suggests that people who resort to insults often lack valid arguments. It's like admitting defeat without saying so directly. When logic and reason aren't on their side, they might turn to hurtful words instead. It's a reminder to rise above and keep the conversation respectful and constructive. Seen this play out before?
Team 15 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 15.1 What we think we become. Buddha 567 BC 484 BC. This quote from Buddha emphasizes the power of our thoughts in shaping our lives. It's a reminder that our mindset and beliefs influence our actions and ultimately determine our reality. By cultivating positive and constructive thoughts, we can create a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Ever noticed how your thoughts impact your world? Team quote 15.2 Sin has many tools, but a lie is the handle which fits them all. Edmund Burke 1729–1797. Edmund Burke's quote underscores the pervasive nature of deceit. While sin can manifest in many forms, a lie is often at the heart of wrongdoing, serving as the tool that facilitates other misdeeds. It's a stark reminder of the destructive power of dishonesty. Seen how a single lie can unravel so much. Team quote 15.3 Those that vow the most are the least sincere. Richard Sheridan 1751–1816. Sheridan's quote suggests that people who make grand, frequent promises are often the ones who lack genuine sincerity. It's a reminder to be wary of those who speak too much and too extravagantly, as true sincerity is often reflected in actions rather than words. Seen this play out in real life? Team quote 15.4 A good heart is better than all the heads in the world. Robert Bulwer-Lytton 1831–1891. This quote from Robert Bulwer-Lytton highlights the value of kindness and compassion over intellect alone. It suggests that having a good empathetic heart is far more important and impactful than just being smart. It's a reminder that empathy and moral character are at the core of what truly makes us human. Team quote 15.5 Nothing is a waste of time if you use the experience wisely. Auguste Rodin 1840–1917. Rodin's quote is a reminder that every experience, good or bad, holds value if we learn from it. It's about turning life's moments into lessons and growth opportunities. Even moments that seem unproductive can offer insights and wisdom. Team quote 15.6 The dreadful burden of having nothing to do. Nicholas Desprez 1636–1711. Disproz's quote captures the heavy feeling of boredom and aimlessness that can weigh on us when we have nothing to occupy our minds or hands. It's a reminder of how vital it is to find purpose and engage in activities that bring fulfillment and joy. What do you do to avoid feeling that dreadful burden? Team quote 15.7, beware of missing chances. Otherwise it may be altogether too late someday. Franz Liszt 1811 to 1886. Franz Liszt's quote emphasizes the importance of seizing opportunities as they come. It's a reminder that chances are often fleeting and if not taken may never come again. It underscores the urgency of making the most out of the present moment. Quite motivating, isn't it? Team quote 15.8 By denying scientific principles, one may maintain any paradox. Galileo Galilei 1564 to 1642. Galileo's quote points out the danger of ignoring scientific facts. When people dismiss established principles, they can believe in and justify any contradictory idea or falsehood. It's a timeless reminder of the importance of science and rational thinking in understanding and navigating the world. Quite relevant even today, don't you think?
Team 16 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 16.1. The wise does at once what the fool does at last. Baltasar Gracian 1601 to 1658. Baltasar Gracian's quote highlights the value of prompt and decisive action. It suggests that wise individuals recognize what needs to be done and act on it immediately, while less prudent people delay, only to realize later what should have been done from the start. It's a reminder to trust our judgment and act swiftly. Strikes a chord, doesn't it? Team quote 16.2. Science is the father of knowledge, but opinion breeds ignorance. Hippocrates 460 BC, 370 BC. Hippocrates' quote highlights the essential role of science in gaining true knowledge. It contrasts the solid foundation of scientific inquiry with the often misleading nature of mere opinion. By relying on evidence and facts, we build understanding, whereas unfounded opinions can lead to ignorance and misconceptions. Team quote 16.3. A person should be upright, not be kept upright. Marcus Aurelius 121 AD, 180 AD. Marcus Aurelius' quote emphasizes the importance of self-reliance and personal integrity. It suggests that true virtue comes from within and should not be dependent on external support or coercion. Being upright means living with integrity and honesty on your own terms, rather than being propped up by others. It's a call to cultivate inner strength and authenticity. Team quote 16.4. I keep my eyes clear and I hit 'em where they ain't. Willie Keeler 1872 to 1923. This quote by baseball legend Willie Keeler emphasizes the importance of strategy and precision. By staying focused and clear-headed and finding gaps or opportunities others might miss, you can achieve success. It's a clever way of saying to be smart and intentional with your actions. Think that approach works in life beyond baseball too? Team quote 16.5. Sunlight is painting. Moonlight is sculpture. Nathaniel Hawthorne 1804 to 1864. This quote by Nathaniel Hawthorne poetically captures the different qualities of light. Sunlight, with its bright and vivid colors, is like a painter's brush, filling the world with warmth and life. Moonlight, on the other hand, sculpts the night with shadows and soft, ethereal forms. It's a beautiful way of distinguishing the artistic essence of both. Romantic, don't you think? Team quote 16.6. A fool must now and then be right by chance. William Cooper 1731 to 1800. Cooper's quote is a humbling reminder that sometimes, even those with little wisdom can accidentally stumble upon the truth. It's a playful way of acknowledging that luck can play a role in success, regardless of one's skill or intellect. Kind of keeps things in perspective, don't you think? Team quote 16.7. The harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. Thomas Paine 1737 to 1809. Thomas Paine's quote beautifully captures the essence of overcoming adversity. The greater the challenge you face, the more rewarding the victory feels. It's a powerful reminder that struggles and hardships can lead to the most meaningful and triumphant successes. Have you experienced a triumph like that? Team Quote 16.8. We should be too big to take offense and too noble to give it. Abraham Lincoln 1806 to 1865. Lincoln's quote is a call for magnanimity and grace. It suggests that true greatness comes from rising above pettiness and not allowing insults or slights to affect us. At the same time, it advises against causing offense to others. It's a reminder to practice humility and kindness in our interactions.
Team 17 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team Quote 17.1 Be as you wish to seem. Socrates 470 BC 399 BC. Socrates' quote is a timeless piece of advice about authenticity. It encourages us to embody the qualities and values we want to be known for, rather than just projecting an image. It's about aligning our actions with our aspirations. Team Quote 17.2 Friendship that can cease is never real. St. Jerome 347 AD 420 AD. St. Jerome's quote suggests that genuine friendship is enduring and unbreakable. If a friendship can end, it wasn't built on true, deep connection. Real friends weather all storms together. Kind of heartwarming to think about, right? Team Quote 17.3 Wealth is not his that has it, but his that enjoys it. Benjamin Franklin 1706 to 1790. Franklin's quote highlights the true value of wealth lies in its enjoyment, not just in possession. Accumulating riches means little if you don't take the time to appreciate and make the most of them. It's a reminder to find joy in what we have rather than simply seeking to amass more. Makes you think about the true meaning of wealth, doesn't it? Team Quote 17.4 The man who has the will to undergo all labor may win to any good. Martin Luther 1483 to 1546. Martin Luther's quote highlights the power of determination and hard work. Suggests that with enough perseverance and willingness to endure hardships, one can achieve any worthwhile goal. It's about the strength of will and the rewards that come from steadfast effort. It's a timeless call to embrace the grind. Team Quote 17.5 We cannot command nature except by obeying her. Francis Bacon 1561-1626. Francis Bacon's quote emphasizes the importance of understanding and working with natural laws rather than trying to dominate them. It's a reminder that to harness nature's power effectively, we must respect its rules and principles. It's about harmony and cooperation with the natural world to achieve our goals. Timeless wisdom, don't you think? Team Quote 17.6 Our charity begins at home and mostly ends where it begins. Horace Smith 1779 to 1893. Horace Smith's quote wittily points out that while charity often starts with the best of intentions at home, it rarely extends beyond it. It's a reminder to practice generosity and compassion not just with those close to us, but with the wider world. Quite a call to expand our circles of care, isn't it? Team Quote 17.7 Patience will achieve more than force. Edmund Burke 1729 to 1797. Edmund Burke's quote emphasizes the power of patience over aggressive force. Suggests that taking the time to work through situations thoughtfully and calmly often yields better results than trying to force an outcome. It's a gentle reminder that enduring and steady efforts usually prevail over rash or coercive actions. Makes you think about the virtue of patience, right? Team Quote 17.8 When you doubt, abstain. Ambrose Bierce 1842 to 1914. Ambrose Bierce's quote advises caution in moments of uncertainty. When you're unsure about a decision or action, it's often wiser to hold back and avoid potential risks or mistakes. It's a simple yet powerful reminder to trust your instincts and avoid hasty choices. Ever felt this advice hit close to home?
Team 18 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team Quote 18.1 A friend may well be reckoned a masterpiece of nature. Ralph Waldo Emerson 1803 to 1882. Emerson's quote beautifully captures the value of true friendship. It suggests that a genuine friend is one of nature's greatest gifts, unique, precious, and irreplaceable. Friendship brings out the best in us and connects us to something profound and timeless. Team Quote 18.2. Among mortals, second thoughts are wisest. Euripides 480 BC. 406 BC. Euripides' quote emphasizes the value of reconsideration and reflection. Often, our initial impulses can be misguided, and taking the time to think things through can lead to wiser, more informed decisions. It highlights the importance of patience and deliberation in navigating life's choices. Team Quote 18.3. Ability is nothing without opportunity. Napoleon Bonaparte, 1769 to 1821. This quote from Napoleon Bonaparte highlights the importance of having the right circumstances to harness one's talents. No matter how skilled or capable you are, without the chance to use and showcase those abilities, they can remain untapped. It's a reminder of the interplay between talent and opportunity in achieving success. Team Quote 18.4. All this worldly wisdom was once the unamiable heresy of some wise man. Henry David Thoreau, 1817 to 1862. Thoreau's quote captures the idea that what we now accept as common wisdom often started as radical or unpopular ideas. It speaks to the evolution of thought and how revolutionary concepts eventually become mainstream, even if they were once considered heretical. It's a testament to the power of innovative thinking. Team Quote 18.5. Love's language is imprecise. Fits more like mittens than gloves. Sarah Breedlove, 1867 to 1919. Sarah Breedlove's quote captures the idea that love's expressions are often broad and encompassing, rather than precise and exact. Like mittens, love covers the essential parts warmly, but without the exact fit and detail of gloves. It's a beautiful metaphor for the imperfect but genuine way love manifests in our lives. Team Quote 18.6. He that complies against his will is of his own opinion still. Samuel Butler, 1835 to 1902. Samuel Butler's quote means that when someone agrees to something grudgingly or under pressure, their true opinions and feelings remain unchanged. Compliance, without genuine agreement, doesn't alter one's beliefs. It's a reminder of the importance of authentic consent and true conviction. Ever felt this way in a situation? Team Quote 18.7. Philosophy is common sense with big words. James Madison, 1751 to 1836. Madison's quote humorously suggests that philosophy often takes straightforward ideas and dresses them up in complex language. It's a playful nod to how philosophers can sometimes overcomplicate what might be simple truths. It's a reminder to look beyond the jargon and grasp the underlying wisdom. Makes philosophy seem a bit more approachable, don't you think? Team Quote 18.8. Commerce changes the fate and genius of nations. Thomas Gray, 1716 to 1771. Thomas Gray's quote highlights the transformative power of trade and commerce on the destiny and creativity of entire nations. It suggests that economic exchanges and interactions can alter a country's trajectory, fostering innovation and progress. The flow of goods, ideas, and cultures through commerce shapes the identity and future of nations.
Team 19 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team Quote 19.1. Business is the salt of life. Voltaire, 1694 to 1778. Voltaire's quote suggests that business and commerce add flavor and excitement to life, much like salt enhances the taste of food. It highlights the essential role of trade and economic activity in shaping societies and enriching our daily experiences. It's a nod to the vitality and dynamism that business brings to human life. Team Quote 19.2. A shortcut to riches is to subtract from our desires. Petrarch, 1304 to 1374. Petrarch's quote suggests that by reducing our desires and wants, we can find true wealth. It's about finding contentment in simplicity and realizing that happiness doesn't always come from accumulating more, but from wanting less. It's a call for moderation and appreciation of what we already have. Team Quote 19.3. A man is not paid for having a head and hands, but for using them. Elbert Hubbard, 1856 to 1915. Elbert Hubbard's quote emphasizes the importance of action and effort over mere potential. It's not enough to simply possess abilities. True value comes from actively applying them. It's a call to make the most of our talents and capabilities through diligent work and creativity. Team Quote 19.4. A prudent question is one half of wisdom. Francis Bacon, 1561. 1626. Francis Bacon's quote suggests that asking thoughtful and insightful questions is a significant part of being wise. It's about recognizing that wisdom isn't just about having answers, but also about knowing what to ask to gain deeper understanding. It highlights the value of curiosity and inquiry in the pursuit of knowledge. Team quote 19.5. Imagination is the eye of the soul. Joseph Joubert, 1754–1824. Joubert's quote beautifully underscores the vital role of imagination in giving insight and vision to our inner selves. It's a poetic way of saying that our creative mind illuminates the depths of our soul, revealing truths and possibilities beyond mere logic and reality. It's a testament to the power of imagination in shaping our understanding and experience of life. Doesn't it make you appreciate the creative spark within even more? Team quote 19.6. An overflow of good converts to bad. William Shakespeare, 1564–1616. Shakespeare's quote suggests that even something good, when in excess, can turn into something negative. It's a reminder that balance and moderation are key to maintaining the benefits of anything, whether it's pleasure, wealth, or power. It's all about finding that sweet spot to avoid the pitfalls of excess. Team quote 19.7. Action speaks louder than words, but not nearly as often. Mark Twain, 1835–1910. Twain's quote is a clever reminder that while actions are powerful and revealing, they are less frequent than we might like. It's a call to prioritize doing over just talking and to recognize the true value of meaningful actions. Makes you think about the balance between what we say and what we actually do, doesn't it? Team quote 19.8. A man is what he thinks about all day long. Ralph Waldo Emerson, 1803–1882. Emerson's quote highlights the profound impact our thoughts have on shaping our identity and reality. It suggests that our dominant thoughts and beliefs define who we are and influence our actions, behaviors, and ultimately our lives. It's a powerful reminder to cultivate positive and constructive thinking.
Team 20 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 20.1. Depart from discretion when it interferes with duty. Hannah More, 1745–1833. Hannah More's quote emphasizes the idea that there are times when adhering to discretion or caution must be set aside in favor of fulfilling one's duty. It's about prioritizing the greater good or important responsibilities over playing it safe. Sometimes, taking decisive and bold actions is necessary to uphold what is right. Team quote 20.2. Better a little which is well done than a great deal imperfectly. Plato, 428 BC, 348 BC. Plato's quote emphasizes the value of quality over quantity. It suggests that doing a small task exceptionally well is far more admirable and effective than doing many tasks poorly. It's about aiming for excellence in every effort, no matter the scale. It's a timeless reminder that sometimes less is more. Think this resonates with your approach? Team quote 20.3. True independence and freedom can only exist in doing what's right. Brigham Young, 1801–1877. Brigham Young's quote underscores that real freedom and independence are achieved through ethical behavior. It suggests that when we align our actions with what is morally right, we liberate ourselves from the constraints of guilt, fear, and external control. It's a powerful reminder that integrity is the foundation of true liberty. Makes you reflect on the connection between ethics and freedom, doesn't it? Team quote 20.4. Apathy is a sort of living oblivion. Horace Greeley, 1811–1872. Horace Greeley's quote paints a vivid picture of how apathy can lead to a life devoid of meaning and awareness. By becoming indifferent, we risk losing touch with the vibrancy of existence, almost as if we're sleepwalking through life. It's a wake-up call to stay engaged and compassionate, to truly live rather than just exist. Felt this way ever? Team quote 20.5. The only way to have a friend is to be one. Ralph Waldo Emerson, 1803–1882. Emerson's quote beautifully captures the essence of friendship, reciprocity. To cultivate meaningful relationships, we must offer the same qualities, kindness, support, and understanding, that we seek from others. It's a timeless reminder that true friendship begins with our own actions and attitudes. Makes you think about how you nurture your friendships, doesn't it? Team quote 20.6. Prosperity is full of friends. Euripides 480 BC, 406 BC. Euripides' quote highlights how success often attracts many companions. When things are going well, people tend to gather around, drawn by the abundance and positive energy. It's a reflection on the nature of relationships and how prosperity can sometimes reveal the true intentions of those around us. Ever notice this dynamic in your life? Team quote 20.7, Jesters do often prove prophets. Joseph Addison 1672 to 1719. Addison's quote suggests that those who entertain and provoke laughter can sometimes offer deeper insights and truths. Jesters, with their unique position of being able to speak freely under the guise of humor, often reveal profound observations about life and society. It's a reminder that wisdom can come from unexpected places. Team quote 20.8, a person's worth is no greater than their ambitions. Marcus Aurelius, 121 AD, 180 AD. Marcus Aurelius' quote speaks to the idea that our value is tied to our aspirations and goals. High ambitions drive us to achieve more, pushing our potential and shaping our contributions to the world. It's a call to aim high and be driven by lofty ideals, as they define our true worth. Inspiring, isn't it?
Team 21 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 21.1. I got my start by giving myself a start. Sarah Breedlove, 1867 to 1919. Sarah Breedlove, better known as Madam C.J. Walker, speaks volumes with this quote. It's about taking initiative, self-reliance, and creating opportunities for yourself. Breedlove's journey from a washerwoman to a pioneering entrepreneur and the first self-made female millionaire in America is a testament to her words. She didn't wait for a break. She made her own. Inspiring, isn't it? Team quote 21.2. A single lie destroys a whole reputation of integrity. Baltasar Gracian, 1601 to 1658. Baltasar Gracian's quote powerfully underscores the fragility of trust and integrity. It takes just one lie to shatter a reputation built over a lifetime. It's a stark reminder of the value of honesty and the long-lasting impact our actions can have on how others perceive us. Integrity, once lost, is hard to regain. Ever seen how a single act can change everything? Team quote 21.3. Men are only as great as they are kind. Elbert Hubbard, 1856 to 1915. Elbert Hubbard's quote underscores the intrinsic link between greatness and kindness. True greatness isn't measured by achievements or power alone, but by the compassion and empathy one shows to others. It's a reminder that our character is defined not just by what we do, but how we treat those around us. Team quote 21.4. Charity begins at home, and justice begins next door. Charles Dickens, 1812 to 1870. Dickens' quote cleverly points out that while charity often starts with those closest to us, our family and friends, justice should extend beyond to our neighbors and community. It's a reminder to practice kindness and fairness both within our immediate circle and in the wider world. Quite the call to action, don't you think? Team quote 21.5. Liberty without virtue would be no blessing to us. Benjamin Rush, 1745 to 1813. Benjamin Rush's quote asserts that true freedom is only valuable when it is grounded in moral principles. Without virtue, liberty can lead to chaos, injustice, or selfishness. It's a call to uphold ethical standards to ensure that our freedoms are beneficial and meaningful. Team quote 21.6. All of our reasoning ends in surrender to feeling. Blaise Pascal, 1623 to 1662. Blaise Pascal's quote speaks to the interplay between logic and emotion. It suggests that despite all our rational thinking and analysis, ultimately, our feelings often have the final say. It's a nod to the power of emotions in guiding our decisions and actions, reminding us that we are not purely logical beings. Have you found this to be true in your own experiences? Team quote 21.7. Adversity is the first path to truth. Lord Byron, 1788 to 1824. Lord Byron's quote highlights that facing challenges and hardships often leads us to deeper truths and self-discovery. It's through overcoming obstacles that we learn, grow, and gain genuine understanding. Adversity can strip away illusions, revealing what really matters. Team quote 21.8. Nobody minds having what is too good for them. Jane Austen, 1775 to 1817. Austen's quote is a cheeky observation on human nature. It suggests that we readily accept and enjoy the finer things in life, even if we feel we don't deserve them. It's a witty reminder of our capacity to embrace good fortune with open arms, without much protest. Quite a relatable thought, isn't it?
Team 22 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 22.1. Genius does what it must, and talent does what it can. Edward Bulwer-Lytton, 1831 to 1891. Edward Bulwer-Lytton's quote touches on the difference between genius and talent. Genius is driven by an inner compulsion to create and achieve, almost as if it has no other choice. Talent, on the other hand, works within its capabilities, doing what it can. It's a powerful reflection on the intrinsic drive that sets true genius apart. Team quote 22.2. Skill and confidence are an unconquered army. George Herbert, 1593 to 1633. George Herbert's quote powerfully emphasizes the unbeatable combination of skill and confidence. When you possess both, you become an unstoppable force, capable of overcoming any challenge. It's a reminder that believing in your abilities is just as crucial as having the abilities themselves. Team quote 22.3. A pound of pluck is worth a ton of luck. James A. Garfield, 1831 to 1881. James A. Garfield's quote champions the value of courage and determination over sheer chance. It suggests that bravery and persistent effort are far more reliable for achieving success than relying on luck. It's a call to take charge and boldly pursue goals, trusting in one's own grit and resolve. Team quote 22.4. He who has never failed somewhere cannot be great. Herman Melville, 1819 to 1891. Melville's quote is a powerful reminder that failure is an integral part of the journey to greatness. It suggests that true success often comes from learning and growing through our mistakes and setbacks. Embracing failure as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block can lead to remarkable achievements. Team quote 22.5. In recounting our woes, we often soothe them. Pierre Corneille, 1606 to 1684. Pierre Corneille's quote highlights the therapeutic power of expressing our troubles. Sharing our worries and challenges can help us process and release the emotional burden, providing a sense of relief. It's a reminder of the importance of talking about our feelings and seeking support when needed. Ever found comfort in sharing your woes with someone you trust? Team quote 22.6. Be content to act and leave the talking to others. Baltasar Gracian, 1601 to 1658. Gracian's quote is a call to let your actions speak louder than words. It suggests that genuine effort and deeds hold more weight than mere talk. By focusing on doing rather than saying, you cultivate a sense of purpose and authenticity. Ever found that actions truly do make the difference? Team quote 22.7. No snowflake in an avalanche ever feels responsible. Voltaire, 1694 to 1778. Voltaire's quote paints a vivid picture of collective responsibility. It's a reminder that even small actions or inactions, when combined, can lead to significant consequences. It highlights how individuals often dissociate from the larger impact of their behavior. Team quote 22.8. The fears of one class of men are not the measure of the rights of another. George Bancroft, 1800 to 1891. Bancroft's quote underscores the fundamental principle of equality and justice. It highlights that one group's anxieties or prejudices should never be used to limit the freedoms and rights of another. It's a call for fairness and the recognition of universal human rights.
Team 23 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 23.1. Carry on any enterprise as if all future success depends on it. Cardinal Richelieu, 1585 to 1642. Richelieu's quote is a testament to the importance of dedication and commitment. It suggests that every endeavor should be pursued with the utmost effort and seriousness, as if its success is crucial for the future. This mindset can drive us to excel and ensure that we give our best in all we do. Team quote 23.2. Happiness is a virtue, not its reward.
Baruch Spinoza 1632–1677. Spinoza's quote suggests that happiness itself is a fundamental quality of good character, not just a consequence of virtuous behavior. It's a reminder that true happiness is intertwined with living a virtuous life, rather than something we get as a prize. Quite a deep perspective on happiness, right? Team quote 23.3. I am a part of all that I have seen. Alfred Lord Tennyson, 1809–1892. Tennyson's quote is a poignant reflection on how our experiences shape us. Everything we've witnessed and encountered becomes a part of who we are, influencing our perspectives and character. It's a beautiful reminder of the interconnectedness of our past and present. Felt this in your own life? Team quote 23.4. Compassion is the basis of morality. Arthur Schopenhauer 1788–1860. Schopenhauer's quote beautifully captures the essence of ethics. It suggests that true morality stems from our ability to empathize and show compassion towards others. It's about understanding and addressing the suffering of others that leads us to make morally sound decisions. Quite a foundational thought for how we relate to each other, don't you think? Team quote 23.5. Life is only understood backwards, but must be lived forwards. Kierkegaard 1813–1855. Kierkegaard's quote captures the essence of hindsight and the forward momentum of life. While we can only make sense of our experiences and the lessons they teach us in retrospect, we must continue to move forward, making choices and living each moment as it comes. It's a profound reminder of the complexity of human existence. Feels deeply true, doesn't it? Team quote 23.6. He who sells what isn't his own must buy it back or go to prison. Daniel Drew 1797–1879. Daniel Drew's quote is a straightforward reminder of the consequences of dishonesty and theft. It speaks to the justice that catches up with those who take what isn't rightfully theirs. It's a timeless warning about the importance of integrity and the legal and moral repercussions of fraudulent actions. Team quote 23.7. Worry is the interest paid by those who borrow trouble. George Washington, 1732–1799. George Washington's quote is a vivid metaphor for the unnecessary cost of worrying. It suggests that worrying about potential problems is like paying interest on a debt you haven't even incurred. It's a reminder to focus on the present and deal with issues as they arise, rather than letting anxiety about future troubles weigh you down. Ever felt the burden of borrowing trouble? Team quote 23.8. Those who do not move, do not notice their chains. Rosa Luxemburg 1871–1919. Rosa Luxemburg's quote powerfully captures the idea of complacency and the unnoticed constraints that come with it. When people remain inactive or passive, they often fail to recognize the limitations and oppressions that bind them. It's a call to action, urging us to strive for awareness and change.
Team 24 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 24.1. Man is a reasoning rather than a reasonable animal. Alexander Hamilton 1757–1804. Alexander Hamilton's quote highlights the distinction between our capacity to think logically and our tendency to often act irrationally. It points out that while we have the ability to reason, we don't always use it to make the most reasonable choices. It's a reflection on human nature and the complexities of our decision-making processes. Have you seen this in yourself or others? Team quote 24.2. Wisdom begins in wonder. Socrates 470 BC 399 BC. Socrates' quote reminds us that curiosity is the spark that ignites deeper understanding. It's through questioning and exploring that we develop wisdom. Being open to wonder and inquiry leads to the profound insights that shape our knowledge and perspectives. Team quote 24.3. Doubt, of whatever kind, can be ended by action alone. Thomas Carlyle 1795–1881. Thomas Carlyle's quote highlights the power of taking action to dispel uncertainty. It's a reminder that rather than being paralyzed by doubt, we can move forward and find clarity through our actions. It speaks to the importance of decisiveness and proactive effort in overcoming hesitation. Team quote 24.4. A chip on the shoulder is a sure sign of wood higher up. Brigham Young 1801–1877. Brigham Young's quote is a witty observation on resentment and pride. It suggests that when someone carries a chip on their shoulder, It often points to a deeper, underlying issue, perhaps arrogance or a sense of superiority. It's a clever way of highlighting how small grievances can reflect larger character traits. Ever notice this in others or even yourself? Team quote 24.5. You are one of the forces of nature. Jules Michelet, 1798–1874. Michelet's quote is a powerful affirmation of human potential and impact. It suggests that each of us holds immense energy and capability, much like the elements of nature. It's a reminder that we have the power to affect change and shape our world in significant ways. Quite empowering, don't you think? Team quote 24.6. More than kisses, letters mingle souls. John Donne, 1572–1631. Letters do have a special power, mingling not just souls but times, places, and experiences. Imagine the thoughts and emotions behind every ink stroke centuries ago. Team quote 24.7. Nothing can be done except little by little. Charles Baudelaire, 1821–1867. Even the grandest achievements begin with tiny steps forward. It's a reminder that progress, no matter how slow, is still progress. What's a goal you've chipped away at bit by bit? Team quote 24.8. Let the consequences be what they will, I am determined to proceed. James Otis, 1725–1783. James Otis was a firebrand in the American Revolution, and his words capture the essence of courage and commitment. Determination often shapes the course of history, even against daunting odds. Ever felt that level of resolve in your own life? That's the spirit of unwavering resolve.
Team 25 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 25.1. Great lives never go out, they go on. Benjamin Harrison, 1833–1901. Harrison's words remind us that the impact of a truly great life extends far beyond its years. It's not just about what you accomplish while you're alive, but the legacy and inspiration you leave behind. Whose life story do you find particularly inspiring? Team quote 25.2. Reason gains all people by compelling none. Aaron Hill, -1685–1750. Aaron Hill's wisdom highlights the power of reason, thought, and persuasion over force. Genuine understanding and agreement often come when people are free to think and choose for themselves. Ever had a moment where reason helped you more than sheer force of will? Team quote 25.3. Everything is sweetened by risk. Alexander Smith, 1830–1867. The thrill of the unknown definitely adds flavor to life. Alexander Smith's words ring true. It's the risks we take that often bring the sweetest rewards, shaping our experiences and memories. Any daring moves you've taken that paid off beautifully? Team quote 25.4. Love is the crowning grace of humanity. Petrarch, 1304–1374. Petrarch certainly captures the essence of human experience. Love transcends time, distance, and even the boundaries of our lives. It binds us together in the most profound and meaningful ways. Any particular type of love that stands out in your life? Romantic, familial, or perhaps a deep friendship? Team quote 25.5. Have the courage of your desire. George Gissing, 1857–1903. Gissing's words call for boldness and authenticity. To truly live, one must not just dream but act on those dreams, even when it's daunting. Pursuing what you desire can lead to the most fulfilling experiences. Have you felt that rush when you took a leap toward your desires? Team quote 25.6. Love is the river of life in the world. Henry Ward Beecher, 1813–1887. Beecher's metaphor paints a vivid picture. Love, like a river, sustains, nourishes, and shapes everything in its path. It can be gentle or wild, but it's always life-giving. Do you find that love's influence flows steadily, or has it carved out unexpected courses in your life? Team quote 25.7. A compliment is something like a kiss through a veil. Victor Hugo, 1802–1885. Victor Hugo certainly had a way of capturing the delicate subtleties of human interaction. A compliment, like a kiss through a veil, carries the essence of intimacy and connection while still maintaining a hint of mystery. Have you ever received a compliment that left a lasting impression on you? Team quote 25.8. He threatens many that hath injured one. Ben Jonson, 1572–1637. Johnson's words capture a sense of justice and the ripple effect of actions. A single injury can provoke a wider response,
reflecting our innate desire for balance and retribution. Any particular historical event or personal experience that resonates with this sentiment for you?
Team 26 of 52 teams of 8 rival wisdoms. Team quote 26.1, friends and acquaintances are the surest passport to fortune. Arthur Schopenhauer, 1788 to 1860. Schopenhauer emphasizes the power of social connections. It's not just what you know, but who you know that can open doors and create opportunities. It makes you think about the importance of nurturing relationships and how they can shape our paths. Do you find that your network has played a significant role in your journey? Team quote 26.2, creditors have better memories than debtors. Benjamin Franklin, 1706 to 1790. Franklin had a sharp wit and a keen sense of human nature. The sharpness here lies in the reality that those who are owed tend to remember their losses far more vividly than those who owe. It speaks volumes about responsibility and the weight of financial obligation. Ever experienced a situation where this rang particularly true? Team quote 26.3, knowledge is power. Francis Bacon, 1561–1626. Bacon's maxim has stood the test of time for good reason. Knowledge doesn't just equip us with facts, it empowers us to make informed decisions, to innovate, and to understand our world more deeply. It's like the ultimate tool in anyone's kit. Has there been a piece of knowledge or learning that had a particularly profound impact on your life? Team quote 26.4, those who stand for nothing fall for anything. Alexander Hamilton, 1757 to 1804. Hamilton's words are a powerful reminder of the importance of having convictions. Without a firm stance on our values and beliefs, it's easy to be swayed by whatever comes our way. His life was a testament to standing for something, even at great personal cost. Do you find yourself holding fast to any particular principles? Team quote 26.5, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Leonardo da Vinci, 1452 to 1519. Leonardo's insight is timeless. In a world that often celebrates complexity, there's profound elegance in simplicity. It's about distilling things to their essence without excess. Have you found that simplifying your life or work has led to greater clarity or success? Team quote 26.6, to teach is to learn twice. Joseph Joubert, 1754 to 1824. Joubert's quote captures the beautiful reciprocity in teaching. When you teach, you reinforce your own understanding and gain new insights through the act of sharing. It's like a virtuous cycle of learning. Have you ever found that explaining something to someone else clarified it in your own mind? Team quote 26.7, I'd like to grow very old as slowly as possible. Charles Lamb, 1775 to 1834. Charles Lamb's sentiment captures the delicate balance between savoring life's moments and the inevitable passage of time. It speaks to the desire to fully live each day while wishing for longevity. How do you make the most of your days? Team quote 26.8, cleverness is not wisdom. Euripides, 480 BC, 406 BC. Euripides nails it. Cleverness can be quick and sharp, but wisdom is deep and seasoned. It's the difference between making a witty remark and offering heartfelt advice from experience. Ever felt the distinction in your own life or seen it in someone else?
you.